Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. Our focus this morning has been on volunteering and mentoring. The United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County believes in making our four-county community stronger by working together on critical issues. They're focused on ensuring that everyone has a safe place to live, work, or play. And my next guest is Karissa Gretebeck, and she is the manager of corporate volunteerism at the United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County. Hi, Karissa.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us. And since 1909, the United Way has invested over $1 billion to solve our community's most serious problems. And it's no secret that communities and individuals play an important role in the education and future success of our youth. So let's talk about the volunteer opportunities that actually exist for readers, mentors, and tutors.
Definitely. Education is one of our building blocks. We fund programs in the areas of education, income, and health. So we say those are the building blocks to a good quality of life. If someone is able to gain that quality education, they're more than likely to gain and sustain employment, provide for their families, purchase a home, go back to school. All of that consequently means people are leading healthier, safer, more productive lives. So we really focus a lot on sort of that education block, which is working with youth to help them achieve that potential, make sure that they're school ready, that they're reading at grade level by 3rd grade, and that they're crossing that graduation stage when the time comes. So some wonderful opportunities that we have are to really leverage the time and talents of local community members to step up and to give an hour, give 2 hours once a month or once a week to really give back to our local children and be those role models that maybe they're not getting in their home setting or in their school setting.
Absolutely. And you know, sometimes when you talk about being a mentor or volunteering, people have in their mind that they have to have this major background and this long resume of fabulous things, but really anyone, everyone that wants to be a volunteer can be, right?
Definitely. All of the programs that we work with actually provide some basic training so that you're really aware of what you're going to be working on with these children, different tips and tricks that you can have to share with them. And really, most of these kids are just looking for that positive adult role model who's willing to spend some time with them, to take a look at their homework, or to sit down and read a book with them.
Yeah, and so speaking of reading, if someone wants to specifically focus on reading to children, how does that work?
Sure. We know a lot of things about reading. Obviously, reading is sort of one of those initial building blocks. It's a real indicator of the success that that child will see all throughout their educational experience. Here in Greater Milwaukee in particular, we know that 1 in 4 children are not reading at grade level by 3rd grade.
Wow.
So that means that by the time to cross that graduation stage, it's really hard to do that if you don't have that fundamental building block. So we need volunteers that are willing to read to children. The best place to start is really K3, K4, introducing some of those basic concepts, looking at books, looking at pictures, basic comprehension, and then kind of working their way all the way through that 3rd grade mark and then beyond. So we have lots of opportunities if you're interested in working with those little ones on sort of those basic skills, or more working with middle school to high school students on some of those kind of deeper novels and issues that come up.
Yeah, and I just love reading to the little kids because you can be so animated and they will just look at you in awe. So there is really a lot that comes back when you give back in the form of volunteering.
Definitely.
It's a great feeling that you get in return. You would agree. And so with mentoring, there are some opportunities within the United Way with all of the different organizations that you support. You can provide support and guidance to a child weekly or for a whole year in that case. Talk about that.
Definitely. And the great part about any of these volunteer experiences, I think one barrier is that I don't have the level of expertise, and another is I don't have that kind of time. So sometimes it's giving people an initial experience. Maybe they're a mentor for a semester, or maybe it's just a once a week, once every other week type of commitment. So what's great about a lot of our partners is there's varying levels of commitment. So you don't necessarily have to sign up for an entire year right off the bat. We're hoping that you get there. But there's lots of opportunities that we have with schools, in addition to youth serving agencies that are working with kids outside of those school time frames, to provide those positive role models. lifestyles. So maybe they're working on homework, maybe they're playing sports, maybe they're doing an after-school activity, maybe they're going on a field trip or going somewhere after school. So there's a bunch of different activities that you can actually do with that child to make a real difference.
Yeah, and with that said, in the form of reading, tutoring, and mentoring, the United Way has a website that has a whole list of volunteer opportunities to kind of make it easy for people to figure out what they would like to do and what they have the time to do. So what is the website address for people who would like to take a look at that?
Yes, it's www.unitedwaygmwc.org, and you're actually going to /volunteer, and you can find all different types of experiences at many different partners. So the beauty is that we actually span across a 4-county region. So you may want to mentor closer to home or closer to your workplace, so you can find an opportunity that geographically works for you. You can also take a look based on commitment level. I know I only have an hour to give once a week, or this is something where I could spend an afternoon with a child once a week. So we have a lot of different options to kind of make it easier for you to find the right opportunity for you.
It's all good stuff. And is there a phone number where one can call to get more information as well?
Definitely. I would recommend they call area code 414-263-8160. They can get connected to me, and then I can go ahead and kind of walk you through that process.
All right. And when it comes to volunteering, you have mentioned that there are many different forms. So I know that there are people who will be familiar with the workplace volunteering that they do for the United Way. So for someone who may come up with something grand to do, you know, looking for a charity that they can give back to during the holiday season, talk a little bit about the workplace giving.
Definitely. I think that's the beauty of United Way, is we really can help you kind of sit down. We can make you aware of issues going on in our community and how you, through your time and your talents, can really give back and make a meaningful difference through volunteerism and service. So we kind of take out all of that work of searching for an opportunity, finding out what you want to do. We really get you connected as quick as possible. We have a very robust corporate volunteerism program. We work with over 100 different local workplaces who are really inspired to make a difference, want to do good in their neighborhoods, want to give back to their community financially, as well as through people power. So we have a lot of different opportunities. Right now is actually our season of caring that runs alongside our community giving campaign. So while we're asking people to give those financial donations, we're also saying come out and see what those incredible donations are really doing to help local people. So we have lots of volunteer opportunities, from cleaning up outside, reading to kids, working in health clinics, spending time with older adults playing board games. So really we can find an opportunity for any size group and any workplace in any neighborhood in our community.
All right, and when you talk about corporations being a part of this, company benefits, it builds stronger teams and boosts employee morale. So definitely something for corporations or companies that haven't already gotten involved. This is something to think about. And as you mentioned, there's individual and small group volunteering, and then there's family volunteering. So what better message to send to your children than to teach them early on the importance of giving back?
And we're seeing that more and more. You know, children are volunteering so much more in school, and then that's something that's a great opportunity for them to do as a family. So we have a lot of opportunities with the holidays coming up, a lot of opportunities to serve a meal, to donate new or gently used coats, hats, mittens, obviously that can be leveraged throughout our partners, maybe donating some holiday gifts. So great opportunities where you can physically go to a location and do good, or that's a conversation you can have at home with the young people in your life, go out and purchase some gifts, wrap them, and then actually take them somewhere where they can be given to those that need it most.
I love it. And basically you have on-site and off-site volunteering, and all that information again is on your website. And I did want to quickly mention some of the things that I thought people may not know about but may be interested in. Getting ready for the Real World Mentoring Series, the IT United Technology Career Fair, Season of Caring, as you mentioned, and a whole plethora of things that are available to help make a difference, like you said, right here in our very own community. And I thank you so much, and I'm sure I speak for a lot of people when I say thank you for what you do through the United Way. Appreciate you being here.
Wonderful.
And Karissa Gretebeck, she is the manager of corporate volunteerism at the United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County. To find out more about volunteer opportunities, again, you can log on to unitedwaygmwc.org or give them a call at 414-263-8160. That is going to do it for today's show. I'm your host, Andrea Williams, and as always, I thank you for watching, and I hope that you join us again next week as we take another look at our issues, Milwaukee. Have a great day.